Welcome to Share Talk, the only podcast where investors come first.
Hello and welcome to Share Talk. Today I'm joined by Yoav Keren, who's CEO at BrandShield Systems. How are you today, Yoav?
Very good, thank you.
Right, we haven't spoken for a while. You've been on the market for a couple of months, 2-3 months now, and things are going well on the fundamental front. I think a few good stories from you out on the RNS. I think the highlight was Bristol-Myers Squibb. Anything else going on?
First of all, I think we were very happy with the results for the end of 2020. We had a 71% increase in our annual recurring revenue, the ARR, which is basically the most significant measure for companies like ours, SaaS companies with high growth. That's the most important number. We grew to 3.278, almost 3.3 million US dollars in subscriptions, ARR. We had an 85% increase in our new business to 1.76 million. We had an increase parallel to that, of course, of our revenue. So all these things are really positive from that perspective. Bristol-Myers Squibb is one of the customers that we were able to announce. We also announced the Pharmaceutical Security Institute we signed back in November. This is also an important contract for the company. And it's important to understand that many companies do not allow us and other cybersecurity vendors to publish their names as customers, but at the same time, we can publish some of those. Others like Levi's or New Balance or Visa that are working with us. We have many others that are definitely blue chip customers that are subscribing and working with BrandShield for several years and adding all the time.
So you basically got a situation where you've had the validation of, let's say, the Bristol-Myers Squibb, those sorts of companies, Levi's, etc. So from an investment point of view, your business model has been underlined and given the stamp of approval. It's just a sales rollout thing now, isn't it?
Definitely. The focus of the company now is in its growth, in its marketing and sales. That's why we went public. That's why we raised more money. This is a strategy that we are implementing on actually going out there, getting the word out there and getting more clients. The important thing to understand for people is that there's a blue ocean out there of companies that are suffering from the problems that BrandShield solves. And this is one of the biggest growing problems these days. The crisis of the corona has accelerated all the issues of online phishing, fraud, counterfeit sales, all the problems that are external to the organization that BrandShield detects and take down. And this is definitely the potential of the company for growth. Not necessarily, by the way, so the blue chips, people are happy to hear those names because they're a validation. The truth is, this is solution that SMEs, medium-sized companies, and also, of course, the big companies need. So there's blue ocean, and what we're currently servicing is only a rock pool of blue ocean. So there's a long way to go.
You're on the London Stock Exchange. In the US, tech companies of all shapes and sizes have a rather higher ratings. Is there any sort of rule of thumb that you would like to point out in terms of, you're currently at like £27 million market cap. It's quite a tight free float as well, 140 million shares. So that's it's a small amount of shares in the market. Wouldn't take much buying to move that share price. In terms of the valuation, how do you compare to your peers?
Of course, I want to be careful here, and I can say what is going on many times in other markets. Basically, companies that are SaaS companies, software as a service, that are high growth companies, they will usually, when they're successful and growing, will be valued at about 15 to 20 times annual recurring revenue, ARR, at the time of that ARR number. And definitely, if there's some future expectations, so sometimes it can be even higher. That's what's happening for many companies that are in generally SaaS software high growth. As I said, the ARR is the number that most companies from our sort will focus on in the growth phase.
And so on that basis, would you say that at the moment it's a fair value, it's a sub-value? How would you view the company?
I think people can do their calculation and see the numbers that we've published and what the market gives accordingly, and understand where the value is or where it should be. Again, I cannot say to the market what it should be, but just compare to what other companies usually do.
For the rest of 2021, expansion, further sales, and any other sort of initiatives in terms of your technology. I think you announced there was one improvement that
yes,
you came through with.
Yes, we did announce an addition of cutting-edge image recognition and OCR technologies. It's important to understand that we didn't invent OCR, right? It's been there for a long time. The strength of what we've done is implementing these technologies as part of our brand protection, online threat hunting technology, with the artificial intelligence and the big data. So basically using those, basic technology within the processing of the information that we're doing and giving some cutting edge solutions for our customers that really increase the ability to detect. This was specifically focused on marketplaces, so products, counterfeited products on marketplaces like Alibaba or eBay or Amazon or dozens of others that connect to each other with a click of a button. So it really makes it easier to detect, easier to enforce. That was specifically for that. And of course, we keep our R&D going. We're gonna publish some more news, hopefully during this year, and more capabilities that we're adding, and definitely keeping our technology ahead of competition and ahead of the bad guys.
Which is very important. And I suppose this also means that you would be a one-stop shop for potential companies. Otherwise, they might be going to you for one thing, to X for another thing, and they're all over the place. Is that something you're conscious of, that they can just have you as their main cyber security solution?
Well, let's be very careful. Cybersecurity is a huge, huge space. Cybersecurity there's a lot of different solutions. We are focused on brand protection and online threat hunting. And in this space, we are focusing and trying to be, and we believe we are, the leading and having the leading technology and really providing the best solution out there. And of course, that's our goal, that people that are looking for an online brand protection and online threat hunting solution will come to us. Now, just to make it easy for people that don't understand the space to understand what's the difference, most cybersecurity companies deal with threats that are within the perimeter of the organization, meaning it's on their servers, it's on their workstations or on their cloud, things that they can control. The problems that we deal with happen out there. It would be a phishing site that is on someone else's server. It will be a post on a social media platform or a marketplace listing on some e-commerce website, things that are external to the organization, which we monitor, detect, and take down. And that's a solution that really people are looking for today.
So basically, you cover the issues outside the moat. You're the people who are attacking or defending a company outside their perimeter fence, let's say. And yes. I think that's actually a point which I presume people haven't really picked up on yet. They think it's within the moat. They think it's internal, let's say.
It's very different. So only very few companies in the cybersecurity space have focused on what we're doing, and that's one of the growing problems in online today and in the cyberspace. And this is what we're focusing on.
On that note, Yoav Keren, CEO at BrandShield Systems, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening. Remember to visit our website for more news and other podcasts at www.share-talk.com.